The most influential thing that I caught on to and learned this semester, and I think this goes from pretty much right at the beginning of the semester until now, I've been seeing it and experiencing it both in our core class and in my service learning experience. And I am working at a preschool for my service learning, and that is that in teaching, there is just a lot of gray area, and there isn't this like black and white and like straight and narrow path that I am the type of person who I really want there to be. I want there to be like, a strict set of rules and a strict set of like consequences, whether good or bad, and it's just like boom, boom. But what I have found and experienced and learned from both my professors and my kids is that it just isn't necessarily always that way, and you have to be able to flex. You have to get to know your students, one, and so this comes into how you interact with your students also, but you have to get to know your students, one, and you have to be able to flex with the needs that they have. And that is not going to go with what you planned. And so that may be, with your lesson plans. You may have to change your lessons plans to flex with your students. The way that I've experienced it more is how you manage behavior. You may have to flex that from student to student. And it's not just going to be a strict, like I said, like black and white, like this consequence for this action every single time for every single student. You just have to know them and know what works for them. And that I think that really involves getting to know your students, and that is probably the biggest area of practical wisdom, I would say.